Hare Krishna Gauranga Nityananda Nityananda Gauranga Nityananda Gauranga Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. Welcome everybody. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Well, thanks for having me. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Oh my Lord Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Rama, Hari Hari, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Rama, Hari Hari. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Oh my Lord Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Little Mangal Thakur. Choppy sound, okay. See if it's any better. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. We worship that dark, bluish young boy. We worship that dark, bluish young boy. We worship that dark, bluish young boy. In whom culminate the principal stimuli for amorous love. In whom culminate the principal stimulus for amorous love, who causes Radha to become languid with the beauty of his dancing sidelong glances, who causes Radha to become languid with the beauty of his dancing sidelong glances. Radhe, Radhe, Radhe. And who in turn becomes languid with love. Radha and her girlfriend and her friends cast their sidelong glances at him. Who in turn becomes languid with love when Radha and her girlfriends cast their sidelong glances at him. That boy's beauty, like waves of nectar. 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 Engenders an extreme thirst in the eyes of Radha and her companions. Engenders an extreme thirst in the eyes of Radha and her companions. And conversely, their nectareous beauty, makes him thirsty to see them. Their nectareous beauty makes him thirsty to see them. He is affectionately worshipped by Radha's wistful glances. He is affectionately worshipped by Radha's wistful glances. He is affectionately worshipped by Radha's wistful glances. Krishna, 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 Krishna. Ah, ah, ah. Mm. And he enjoys loving pastimes with Radha. And he enjoys loving pastimes with Radha. And he enjoys loving pastimes with Radha. And he enjoys loving, oh my Lord Krishna. And he enjoys loving pastimes with Radha. And her friends on the bank of the Yamuna. On the bank of the Yamuna. And he enjoys loving pastimes with Sri Radha and her friends on the bank of the Yamuna. We worship that young bluish boy. We worship that young, we worship that young bluish boy. The source of the God of love. The source of the God of love. Who has attained unchallenged dominion over love's sweetness. 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Let the effulgence personified, Sri Krishna, shine within our hearts. Let the effulgence personified, Sri Krishna, shine within our hearts. Let the effulgence personified, Sri Krishna, shine within our hearts. Let the effulgence personified Sri Krishna shine within our hearts. He is wearing a bright peacock plume on his head. He is wearing a bright peacock plume on his head. His face is steeped in sweet beauty. 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 Oh, Krishna, 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 Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. His face is steeped in sweet beauty. His fresh youthfulness is bursting forth. His fresh youthfulness is bursting forth. His fresh youthfulness is bursting forth. And his flute is pouring out, murmuring. And his flute is pouring out, murmuring. His flute is pouring out, murmuring. Nectarinous sounds. Nectarinous sounds. Nectarinous sounds of rapture. And his flute is pouring out, murmuring nectarinous sounds of rapture. On all sides, the milkmaids of Raj. On all sides, the milkmaids of Raj. On all sides, the milkmaids. On all sides, the milkmaids of Raj. On all sides, the milkmaids of Raj. Who have blooming bud-like breasts, worship him in adoration. Worship him in adoration. Indeed, he is amazing. Indeed, he is amazing. Indeed, he is amazing. Indeed, he is amazing. The only enjoyer, and the only source of enjoyment in the entire universe. The only enjoyer and the only source of enjoyment in the entire universe. And the only enjoyer and source of enjoyment for the entire universe. Hare Krishna. Shri Krishna's eyes. Shri Krishna's eyes. Shri, oh my Lord. Shri Krishna's eyes. Shri Krishna's eyes are long like petals of a blooming lotus. Shri Krishna's eyes are long like the petals of a blooming lotus. In his very charming lotus-like face is made all the more charming by his extremely beautiful, sweet, nectareous smiles. His profuse curling locks look delightful with their decoration of a proud peacock tail feather. Let him, the embodiment of all effulgence, let him, the embodiment of all effulgence, let him, the embodiment of all effulgence, oh my Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Let him, the embodiment of all effulgence, forever shine within my heart, forever shine within my heart, forever shine within my heart, forever shine within my heart. Which is outwardly greedy for the poisonous meat of sense objects, and inwardly greedy for the beauty of Sri Krishna, and inwardly greedy for the beauty of Sri Krishna, and inwardly greedy for the beauty of Sri Krishna, inwardly greedy for the beauty of Sri Krishna. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Nityananda Nityananda. A beauty that binds the devotee's mind. A beauty that binds the devotee's mind and causes a burning pain at the time of separation from him. May the lotus of my Lord's face, may the lotus of my Lord's face blossom within the lake of my mind. May the lotus of my Lord's face blossom in the lake of my mind. May the lotus of the Lord's face blossom in the lake of my mind. The eyes of that face resemble lotus buds. The eyes of that face resemble lotus buds, being half closed, and the delicate mirror-like orbs of his cheeks, and the delicate mirror-like orbs of his cheeks are puffed with the nectareous honey of the flute sound, are puffed with the nectareous sound, flute sounds. Let my words express even a tiny particle of the luscious beauty of Murari, whose artless adolescent figure enraptures me, whose artless adolescent figure enraptures me, whose artless adolescent figure enraptures me, and whose moon face is worshipped by the soft melodies of his flute, and whose moon face is worshipped by the soft melodies of his flute. All glories to Krishna, the life of my words. All glories to Sri Krishna, the life of my words. All glories to Krishna, the life of my words. All glories to Sri Krishna, the life of my words. All glories to Sri Krishna, the life of my words. All glories to Sri Krishna, the life of my words. All glories to Krishna, the life of my words. The collyrium from the eyes of the young girls of Raj decorates his charming lotus face. The collyrium of the eyes of the young girls of Raj decorates his face. which is languid with love, which is languid with love, which is languid with love. And an impassioned peacock feather adorns his head. Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Krishna, 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 Krishna. I take shelter of Lord Krishna. I take shelter of Lord Krishna. I take shelter. I take shelter of Lord Krishna. 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 I take shelter of Lord Krishna, who becomes agitated with passion. Who becomes agitated with passion when he hears the sound of his own flute. When he hears the sound of his own flute. When he hears the sound of his own flute. he held in his lotus hands, held in his lotus hands, held in his lotus hands, which resemble newly sprouted reddish twigs, which resemble newly sprouted reddish twigs. His lotus feet reproach fully blossomed patali flowers with their beauty. His lotus feet reproach fully blossomed patali flowers with their beauty. And his amiable face sends forth blossoms of brilliance. And his lotus face sends forth blossoms of brilliance. From his delightful sweet lips, from his delightful sweet lips, he is smeared with a kumkum powder. From the milkmaid's picture-like breasts, I take shelter of my Lord Krishna. 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 I take shelter of my Lord Krishna, whom the beautiful milkmaids worship at every moment, who the beautiful milkmaids worship at every moment, and with unbroken sidelong glances from eyes tinged red with passion. Let that effulgent youth, Krishna, come near to my heart. Let that effulgent youth, let that effulgent youth, Krishna, come near to my heart. Let that effulgent youth, Krishna, come near to my heart. His wantonly restless, wide open eyes are full of joy, in being fully aware of the hearts of the beautiful young girls of Raj. He fills them with the fluttering confusions of love. He fills them with the fluttering confusions of love. He fills them with the fluttering confusions of love. He is fickle, yet he is like the central jewel in the necklace of the milkmaids. He is fickle, yet he is like the central jewel in, in the necklace of the milkmaids. Let my mind attain some inexpressible beatific. Let my mind, let my mind attain some beatific. Let my mind attain some beatific bliss from thinking of Krishna's lotus feet. Oh, let my mind obtain some beatific bliss from thinking of Krishna's lotus feet. Oh, let my mind obtain some beatific bliss from thinking of Krishna's lotus feet, which are the home of the eternal pastimes of the most beautiful maidens in all the worlds. Which are the home, which are the home of the eternal pastimes of the most beautiful maidens of all the worlds, which are the home of the eternal pastimes of the beautiful maidens of all the worlds. Which are the oh Krishna. Which destroy the pride of the whole clusters of lotuses, which destroy the pride of whole clusters of lotuses, and which are highly esteemed for their great eagerness in providing safety for the Lord's bumblebee devotees, and which are highly esteemed for their great eagerness in providing safety for the Lord's humble devotees. Krishna. Ooh. I'll be back in a moment. Krishna. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Ooh, that's, I don't know if I can go press in anymore. Too much beauty. Let's see here. See some more of this Nectar Moon of Lord Caitanya where we left off. Hare Krishna. Uh-huh. Ah. So, for those who have attained the merciful sidelong glance of Lord Gore, yeah, I read that one. Okay, next verse. When Lord Gaurachandra's devotees, who are worshipped even by the demigods, drink the wonderfully sweet nectar of the bliss of pure love of God that flows from the lotus flower of Lord Gaurachandra's feet, they become completely intoxicated. In that condition, they laugh at Lord Brahma and the other demigods, condemn the impersonalist yogis, and do not consider the great devotees of Lord Vishnu who do not worship Lord Gaurachandra to be very important. Let us glorify that Lord Gaurachandra. Yeah. Yeah, so that's automatic. It's just when you realize this, you're realizing the furthest extent of the revelation of the absolute truth is in Lord Caitanya. See? You laugh at impersonal. You know, people are not laughing at impersonal liberation. You know, how many people are laughing at Eckhart Tolle or any of these, Sadhguru? They can't laugh at them. They usually praise them and worship them. How many people are laughing at these gurus, the Vaidhi Bhaktas? Not that, just no disrespect meant, but how many people are like, wow, that's really insignificant. How many people you see thinking, wow, that's really insignificant, man? Oh, how many people are laughing at, and I say this playfully and with a good hearted, not meaning, I have no reason to criticize anybody other than to kind of teach bhakti, use it for teaching purposes. Thank you for your service. Tony Robbins, say, perchance, a very famous person, millions of people come and see him and give him lots of money and all that stuff. But how many people can laugh at that level? Usually people praise that level. Or politicians and politics, good people doing good deeds. How many people could say, wow, that's really insignificant? Only one who has attained this platform of devotional service, attained the merciful, the mercy of Lord Caitanya in the right way, in the only way is through his devotees. Yeah, and so the poet here Prabodhananda Saraswati just wants to make the point that this devotional service is so great, so wonderful, so amazing, that it trumps everything in everybody's manifestation and expression in this world. Because that's God actually did come here. He actually showed the greatest attainment. Yeah, this is greater than any other bhakti, than anywhere is this kind of devotion of Raj Bhakti, especially ultimately in the mood of the Vrajavas, the milkmaids. Trumps everything. See? It's wonderful. It's amazing. See, and the only way to teach it, if it's going to be taught, is you have to see that it trumps everything. And you probably need to hear it preached too, preach the word, how it trumps everything. So your logic can be convinced, because it could seem a bit crazy. You see a person laughing and crying and choking up when they're chanting Krishna's name or chanting these very most intimate pastimes. You might think they're a little nutty. So you got to, convince these people that naturally their logic is also trumped, is insignificant. Everybody, you bring me the greatest guy, you bring me Acharya Dev. I mean, playfully, I don't mind just kind of joking around. I consider him family, right? We're part of the Lord Caitanya's family here. We're all according to our revelation and everything. But bring me him anyway. Bring me Radhanath here. And let's see, what is Lord Caitanya's real mercy? Okay. Real mercy is to be able to do this. Look, my students already, many of them, they're relishing hearing the highest poetry from these greatest acharyas. See, there's supposed to be no-shows, right? Isn't that what we think? We've been taught, oh, no, they must have been no-shows. How can they be a no-show when they're writing poetry like this? Obviously, they were feeling this. They were realizing this. They were sharing this, and they want to share this. And you get it orally from hearing. Yeah. So you come here, everybody, you come here. I'll teach you why it's important to be a showman, a showwoman. You come here, I'll convince you no shows. Why it's very important for this. I'll show you why. I'll show you why Lord Caitanya showed this to the world and gave it as a gift to the world. I'll show you by demonstration. I'll pull up some of our witnesses up here. We'll pull up Amy Rose and whoever else we want to pull up out of, like pulling a rabbit out of a hat, and say, here, you see? This is the reason why. You see, these devotees are very happy seeing this bhakti, gaining the treasure of this bhakti, extolling it. Many of them have Janaki has a background, 40 years in ISKCON. Yeah, and Rhythmic, and also has a guru there. 40 years of that experience. Johan, 25 years, and tasting this nectar, this mercy of Lord Caitanya, the ability to taste transcendental mellow exchanges, having the awakening of your actual spiritual body. Now, that's what the gurus should be showing, right? They should be showing this. Oh, I can't fault them. They can't. You have to be awakened to be able to relate to this. And to be awakened to relate this, you got to come here. We already got the go-ahead from Prabhupada. I don't know anybody. If you got the go-ahead from Srila Prabhupada, now listen up, everybody, all the world. If you got the go-ahead from Srila Prabhupada to do what's being done here, well, do what's being done here. Awaken people's prema. That, you could see Lalita every day. She shows you she has love for Radha and Krishna. Johan, every day they show this. You could see very advanced devotees in this Sangha. You show that you got, I claim since 1996 that Prabhupada gave this order to do this, and it is done, and that's why people are getting Prema Bhakti here. And I've been since then. Krishna also appeared right at that time and blessed. Whoever comes is going to get darshan, and darshan or have your spiritual body awakened, and you got prema symptoms to relish the happiness of Krishna, of Vrindavan, the happiness of Lord Caitanya and Nityananda, the happiness of all their very intimate, close followers. That's right. Bring us those poor devotees. Those guys are poor, man. You're poor until you get this bhakti, man. Then you got everything. You're completely fulfilled and unfulfilled in a beautiful way because you want more of this, more honey. I'm a little bit stoned, so forgive me if I don't say the right thing. If I don't choose my words carefully, please forgive me. You know, if I'm not thinking about what I'm saying enough, I just blur things out. They condemn the personalist yogis, and they do not consider the great devotees of Lord Vishnu who do not worship Gaur Chandra to be very important. Yeah, amen. You know, who knows this verse here? Who knows this verse here? The only way you really can know this verse or can teach this verse to others is you have to experience that. You have to show the world that how you're worshiping is stronger, more powerful, more deep, more revelation, more ecstasy than those who are worshiping Radha and Krishna or Lord Vishnu. You got to show that. How else can you teach that you know what you're talking about? That it's even real. How can you even explain how it is different? That what does he mean? What does he mean, Lord? Worshiping Govinda. That if you don't get the mercy of Lord Gaur Chandra's feet, it's like that. Oops, what is this? Yeah, and do not consider the great devotees of Lord Vishnu who do not worship Gaur Chandra to be very important. What does that mean? What does it mean? Well, look at Jarasandha in the 10th canto. He worshipped Lord Vishnu, and he followed the rules and regulations, never lied, gave charity to Brahmins. Oh, the whole kingdoms thought this Jarasandha is such a pious king. He's a man. They're praising him up the yin yang. Oh, Jarasandha. But was he that important? He followed the rules strictly, like ISKCON and like Narayan Raj group, like all these groups and all these other religions. They follow, even if you follow perfectly. Those who have the mercy of Lord Caitanya think, oh, that's very insignificant. Regulative devotional service. That's distant from God. It's too distant. Not interested. So how can you teach something beyond that unless you're experiencing something beyond that? Unless you're experiencing the heart of that verse that I just read there from that devotee who was obviously experiencing that depth, that special mercy of Lord Caitanya. Okay? How can you understand? You got to see, well, what does it look like? See, people need to see it. You need to see, what does it look like to really just with your eyes? What does it look like? What is that devotee doing? How is it appearing in this world? Even though I don't understand it, I don't understand what that devotee, but what does it look like? Tears pouring out. Wow. Then you look, now you're learning something a little bit about the mercy of Lord Caitanya, how special it is, because you look at the eyes of a devotee of Lord Caitanya, a real intimate one, and then you look at the eyes of Acharya Dev and Radhanath and compare it. Or anyone, Narayan Mars, even if he was around, or any of his disciples, you look at the eyes of a real associate, Lord Caitanya, they all claim to be associates, either directly or infer it, right? That they can bring you to Vrindavan or all that. But can they really do it? That's the question. Okay. Only when you meet a real associate of Lord Caitanya who's really distributing the real rare mercy of Lord Caitanya will you ever know that. That was the way it was then and the way it is now. And that's why I have Prabhupada's approval to show this, to demonstrate this, to teach real bhakti on this level. Can you imagine a guy like Gaur Hari Das? An idiot like him, a clown? You'd ask a lot of these Vaidis, Gaur, he's a clown. You're right, I am. I clown around all the time. I like it. I like being a clown. Okay? But you get the point. I'm just, this is available now. It's available now. It's not we prove it's available here. But where else do you see these symptoms of this kind of intimate worship of the Lord on Vraj Bhakti, man? Where you see the devotee's face pushed right into the lotus feet of the Lord. And the result of that, what it looks like in this world. How are you going to get this kind of greed unless you see this kind of rare bhakti, this kind of rare mercy of Lord Caitanya that we really, really, really taste and distribute profusely in this world now? I'm pleading the world's case before my Lord. We're in a court of law, trying to get the Lord to agree to give bhakti to everybody here. Give it to Klaus Schwab. Get that guy off his high seat. Let us glorify that Gaur Chandra. What benefit did the world attain when Lord Ram, Lord Nishinga, and many incarnations of Godhead killed so many Rakshasa and Daitya demons? You see how that works? What benefit did you get by just killing the demons? So the Lord killed the demons, and then the Brahmins were enforced. He just said they killed the demons. He didn't give this kind of bhakti that he gave as Lord Caitanya. He just killed the demons and made it, okay, now everybody follow rules and regulations. Follow regulative devotional service or whatever they were distributing back then. But what glory is in that, really, compared to this? It was glorious, but compared to this, it's a little different story, huh? How important is it that Kapila Dev and other incarnations revealed the paths of Sakya and Yoga? See, regulative devotional service, hard to attain, sadhana siddha, very difficult sadhanas,
His own mother said, you sit in the cold water for 20 years to realize something of bhakti, but not what Lord Caitanya gave. That's why Prabhupada says, oh, how glorious is that to have your mother sit in the water for 20 years when Lord Caitanya was here and given this bhakti, the same Lord, but he came as Lord Caitanya, very merciful, very munificent, very magnificent, very, very amazing, and said, there you go, man. Here's the highest bhakti, we're giving it to the lowest. Anybody come here, get this taste for this bhakti, man. Be connected forever. You guys are connected forever, man. We're going to see each other forever. Guaranteed. We're going into Vrindavan as a group. No single file thing. Some of these people say, you go into this. No, we're going as a group. We'll make Lalita, Ganga, and Johan group leaders, and we'll go follow them into Vrindavan. How's that? That's pretty good, huh? How glorious is Lord Brahma and other guna avatars create, maintain, and destroy the material universes. See, demigod worship. People, they worship Brahma, the creator, or Vishnu, the maintainer, or Shiva, the destroyer. A lot of people, they follow that path. But how glorious is, compared to this kind of mercy. What is this mercy exactly that the Lord gave? Intimacy, intimate understanding of the creator of the creator. Literally, I the creator, just like a woman's body creates in the womb there, creates a son or a daughter. Yeah, well, that's Lord Brahma, was created out of the navel, sprouted from the navel, firstborn. Yeah, how glorious is that? That they did all this compared to getting this intimacy and love of the absolute truth, man. The creator. You see the universe behind me there? Yeah, that Lord, there's a creator beyond the creator of that universe. See, the creator of this universe works under the direction of that Supreme Personality of Godhead. He got inspired. See, Lord Brahma got inspired to create this beautiful universe by communing with that transcendental Lord. In Brahma Samhita, it's all about that. Said when his eyes were tinged with the salve of love. See, after doing austerities for 60,000 celestial years or so, long, many thousands or millions of years, he did meditations and tapas and austerities, and then he finally attained, he pleased the Lord to some extent. And tears started to come down his eyes, and he could understand Lord Krishna. Hey, look at this. Is anybody here doing 60,000 year austerity trip to get those tears coming down their eyes? And you guys know you're realizing the Lord because you love these books. If you love these books, you love the Lord. He is the book Bhagavat. If you love Chaitanya Charitamrita, you love Lord Caitanya. If you love Chaitanya Bhagavat, you love Lord Caitanya. He's that book, man. He's these conceptions in that book. They are authorized. And if you love to hear the devotees speaking, like authoritatively, like they know what they're talking about, because you can see the symptoms of that intimacy on their person, in their body, in their eyes, in their hearts, in their minds. See, now you're worshiping in the best temple in the world, is the real true devotee, true blue devotee of Lord Caitanya. That means automatically Radha and Krishna. Best temple in the universe. Demigods would come there and pay homage. Why not? That's where their Lord is. In the living temple, not just the deity there. Remember, Govinda was talking about, even Mirabai was saying, there's no comparison to going to a living devotee, man, like her, even. Actually, Lord Krishna, through our disciplic line, is giving the mercy easier to be. You want to be a Mirabai, man? You go try to be a Mirabai and do the austerities that she did to get the mercy. And she was promoting like that too. We all fall short of that. Okay? But she even said, there's nothing like, you got to go to the living devotee to get the living God. If that deity is merciful to you in the temple, and listen up, all you devotees in ISKCON and all of you worshiping the deities, when you get the fruit of that mercy, that deity, you're going to get a living devotee. And you're going to see the living God come through them. You're going to see tears coming through that devotee, which is God's tears. You're going to see laughter coming from their hearts, and that's Krishna's laughter that you don't see in the deity and you don't see in the eyes, but you see it in the devotee. That's called the living God in the living devotee. They're alive, and God is alive again on this planet. When you see that, now you can say your deity worship is fruitful. Otherwise not. Go another lifetime. Then another and another until you get such a darshan of the living God through the living devotee. And then you're delivered once and for all. Finished. Finito. Done. Fine. Intense today, huh? A lot of roaring going on here, man. Where's that coming from? I thought so too. Yeah, I thought I was tired also. That's why I took a little breather, man. I wanted to see if I could catch my breath. I think sometimes I just got to shut up for a few minutes, and catch my breath and then come back at it. All right, chapter, is it 2? Let's see. Let's go to another. Lord Caitanya Chandra, who by devotedly serving your lotus feet, one can attain the pure love for Lord Krishna. That is the ultimate goal of all endeavors. Yeah. See, by devotedly serving your lotus feet, one can attain pure love for Krishna. And that's the whole point, man. If you see, Lord Caitanya said to attain Vrindavan Krishna, you need pure love of Krishna. You need the devotion, devotedly serving your lotus feet. If you're devotedly, say you come and Prabhupada taught you rules and regulative devotional service, and you devotedly serving Prabhupada to do that, or any of these gurus, right? And they're teaching you Vaidhi Bhakti and Varnashram Dharma and regulative devotional service, and you're doing the program devotedly, right? See? Well, it's going to lead somewhere ultimately if you stick it out. And ultimately, it's literal. You get the Shiksha Guru, because if they can't give you that, if you can't get that, this kind of devotion, real devotion, actually ecstatic devotion from any of those gurus, then you have to move on at some point. And you may not get their blessing, because If I'm only teaching Vaidhi Bhakti, there's probably a 99.9% chance that I don't have pure love of God, and I still might have some envy in my heart, like Bali Maharaj's guru, who could raise the dead, had some envy in his heart and jealousy and aversion for Vamanadev, Shuddha Bhakti. And Bali Maharaj moved on. He was taught like I teach here. He was taught by a devotee who had the special mercy of the Lord. That was Prahlad Maharaj. And we're doing the same thing here, teaching the same thing that Bali Maharaj learned, so that you out there, if you have to, if they say, like they said, like to Shama Sundari, her guru said, don't go to Gaur Haridas. But she did. Is Krishna offended? Did she do the wrong thing? Look at the result. The result is she has a tremendous spiritual awakening, showing that Krishna is pleased that she followed the real path. If they cannot give you ecstatic devotion, or you cannot get purified beyond the rules and regulations in Vaidhi Bhakti, and if you in your heart are looking, well, how do I do that? Well, if you follow this word and not the word of somebody who has not attained ecstatic devotion, but you follow the word of those who have attained ecstatic devotion, you're going to get ecstatic devotion. That's what the wise. See, I'm teaching 10th canto here. If you're not ready for 10th canto, well, go and study the 9 cantos for another few lifetimes, or whatever it takes to understand these principles of 10th canto. If you're ready and you know who you are out there, then you will listen here, and I'll tell you, the wives of the Brahmins moved on from their Brahmin husbands, who also tried to restrain them from coming to the cowherd boys. The cowherd boys were ecstatic devotees like the ecstatic devotees here. Same thing, same ecstasy. And they were heard. They actually heard the pastimes, and they realized it was all about attaining association of real ecstatic devotees and not staying around non-ecstatic devotees. In all I've seen in ISKCON and Gaudiya Math and Gaudiya Samiti are non-ecstatic devotees. Radhakund Babaji's also not on the level of ecstasy that you see here. And that is our proof. I'm just showing the world, man, and logically convincing them that this is the kind of mercy of Lord Caitanya here manifested. It's here and not there. And people need to be clear about that, because the symptoms of this mercy are here. Where have you heard the verses clarified to this extent? Can they do it? Well, unless you have this ecstatic devotion, you cannot read these verses in ecstasy. You cannot transmit the conclusive truth of these verses convincingly to those who really, really want an intimate, ecstatic relationship with Krishna. You got to follow the right path to do that, the real path. You got to follow 10th Canto Bhagavatam, not all these speculations that they're doing in Srimad Bhagavatam there, and Bhagavad Gita and all of that stuff. Nobody's getting above Vaidhi Bhakti as far as I can see. Nobody's rising to the platform of spontaneous devotional service that I can see except here. Who wants it? Do you really want it? You're going to have to come here for it. Is anybody convinced yet? No? Well, come back tomorrow. I'll preach again. I love preaching. I love making these points. I love tasting this holy name. I love showing on the stage of the world at this particular time the greatest mercy in this universe being manifested right here in our little humble Lord Caitanya's grace place. If you say the mercy of Lord Caitanya is somewhere else, well, prove it, because I don't see it except here. And if it's here, and this is at least we're announcing it, don't say, well, it's got to be somewhere else. Well, got to be somewhere else. Okay, where? You might as well come here, because this is where it is. This is where it's manifested. This is where ecstatic love. You can see with your own eyes. You read in the verse, ecstatic love. You come here, you see the symptoms of ecstatic love. You read conclusive truth. And you say, oh, you come here, you'll learn what is conclusive truth. Then you compare it to what you're hearing from Acharya Dev or Radhanath or any of them. Then you have something to compare. Yes, a little humble campfire pit. Or should I say a bonfire that we're having in our campfire pit. Ooh. Okay. I've been crazy enough, mad enough, madly throwing these words around. I can't help it. Prabodhananda inspires me. He's such a great preacher, a great poet, man. Yeah, if I can just emphasize a particle of what he understood, it would be very successful here. Okay, so we'll take a little break here. Thank you very much for coming, everybody. I'll rest the voice, probably should do that, huh? Okay, everybody, girls and boys, we'll see you a little bit later and have an ecstatic day or evening, whatever your time zone is, and we'll be back a little bit later, maybe tonight again. I don't know. Catch another. It's nice. Catch the morning crew and the evening crew. I catch them both. It's great. I can catch them both. At any time practically. This is why this is better than India in that sense. This Playa Carmen, catching everybody. Oh, okay. Let's give them a little cameo appearance there. There they are. Oh, look at them. Oh, he put his picture off. Oh, he's shy today. Oh, there he is. Don't they look cute? Thank you for coming, everybody. And we shall see you later.